Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Illustrator. I am Tor and today we are studying the orange falcon, which you can see I've done my research in all sorts of different poses and stuff. This is the paper I'm using. It's one of my favourites for mixed media, even though it's not specific mixed media, and I am playing with my charcoals and pro markers because I haven't done that kind of style in a while and I wanted to kick my butt. It is something that I have been threatening to do and have pretty much talked about doing for you guys for a long time. So how I started this out today was I literally just grabbed a pencil and sort of roughed out a study shape for the whole thing, but I didn't want those lines to be too obvious, which is why you can see that I'm sort of going over and making them incredibly light, which I don't think you can actually see in the picture there. I did a few swatches just to make sure the colours that I had were good enough for the job and went in lightest to darkest, which is very similar to how I work with my Copics. The reason I did not use my Copics for this is that I am running out of ink refills. I need to place an order. So I'm doing a show pretty soon. It's called Art Fest in my local nearby town, and I'm gonna need to do some actual demos, which I know I record videos. I should be absolutely okay with drawing in front of people, but drawing in front of a live audience feels completely different. So I'll just get over that on the day and maybe just try and plan ahead, take some references, maybe do some challenges, mix it up a little bit to keep it interesting for the viewer as well as me, because it's going to be a whole day of stuff. Which also means I'm probably going to lose half my table space to demo space instead. So as for a selling part of me, I am hoping I'll have my website up in time, but we will see. It's more about fun and being part of the community, which is, you know, one of my goals for this year. I want to be more involved. So with the feather work, with the charcoal, switching back to the artwork, is I was going in, just putting in rough outline and then sort of doing basic shading and just trying to get a 3D-ish feel. I know I got out my willow charcoals, but I ended up using my tin charcoals a lot more. And in fact, I don't think I actually did end up using my willow charcoals. Partly because I didn't want to get it all over my hands and then smudge it all over the picture. That's the thing that I like about the tin charcoals, is that they have the smooth barrel, so you don't, I mean, if you touch the lead, you're gonna end up with it all over your hands, which is why I was trying to use the smudger as much as possible. And one thing I was told in school was, if you smudge your artwork, you're not an artist. Can I just have a moment here and say, that's a load of hooey. If you want to smudge your charcoal, you smudge it. You are the artist. You decide what works for you and you go for it. No one can tell you that you can't do that. Just like if you want to, I don't know, stick, coffee granules on, you can do that. Or take random things you see from outside and add it as a texture, as long as it fits with your piece or you have validation in some way. That's fine. I mean, you go for it. You express yourself however you want to do. So after finishing the bird, obviously the bird is hovering. It's not really hovering. So I drew in the branch. I need to do some practicing with this kind of natural media, I think. It's good enough for my warm-up illustration back, you know, using mixed media, because I haven't done that for a long time properly. So it's good enough for that, but it's something I would like to do more of a study on, maybe study some plants as well as animals to get a little bit of that natural feeling back in. I did do the same theory as I did with the feathers and added in extra information afterwards. So that is awesome. You can see that I used a putty eraser to get rid of the extra bits, and I used my hairspray to finish it, and there we go, the orange falcon. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Like if you liked and sub if you haven't. Just keep doodling. Bye!